thanks to Sid, the man
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We've seen troops amass in every port.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
How are you doing? Oh, same old. So, it was luck, and luck alone. But now, thank you, Clive. Anything catch your eye?
Good day to you.
The crystals
Ah, Clive. Your time.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy rustlings in the undergrowth. Suspicious not. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or, given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing.
All right.
Hello, Sid. Take a seat where you like.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You all right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out.
Oh, that. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard.
All right.
Word is, the Black Shield stood out hiding in the hands of...
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strength.
Nah, not me, Gov. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen... Don't worry. Any shady characters try and slip...
All right. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures.
No, but I've heard something.
Where was this?
In Lawbert's Park. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me.
I see. I'll look. Seems Lawbert's past is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's pub.
Black shields, though they serve another master now. And it would appear the pack has finally... Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. And bite back...
I'm sorry. Who did the black shield serve now? And why would that person want...
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All...
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened and fight it I did. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true...
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. A means of ridding himself of his rivals. A mask to hide the rot beneath. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered. And he faced no... I lost everything. The faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might... So I set about I tracked down every soul who served him. But the man himself proved an alt with money and power. And so I saw that I would need an army. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting.
And everyone here...
Of course. They too have seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. Our wounds are the same. We know where he hides, how numerous. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may...
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at... My friends and comrades, it begins.
I'm not going to change his mind.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
most fragrant herbs and spices.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a...
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers.
I'll see what I can do.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool.
All right.
It's hot.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to...
It's certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my...
I take it you missed the mother...
I hated her. But she was all I knew. Well, I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. She was the only thing that could fill the hole, but now she's gone. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live?
Focus on the job at hand.
What use is... Wait. You've opened my eyes!
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be...
Ah, there. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damp...
Master, it's ready.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the fact? And look, inside. Master, I have found my purpose.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks... not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks. Now, do something.
Oh, where's your man?
Plates and pots!
telling you, it's true.
We've seen troops amass here.
Clive! Here you go. Seen enough?
How may I help you today, Clive? Kuka. But when I close my eyes... Only I don't know how. I wish you were here. Come to claim your just desserts? Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Mid hasn't been her usual.
Come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid.
Sorry, I'm too busy. I've got to get this thermal display.
Thermal... And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little bit. The stack's a bit more involved. The thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything. I've got the designs and the list to show these to Blackthorn.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need...
I think Mid might need some help.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
Is this my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged? I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then.
She said you would...
biggest. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make, and I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
Right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid...
And, what is it?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. That means an alloy. Something that won't break, which is where you lot come in. I need materials. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying.
Well, we'll get it done quicker. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this open.
Up to you who you tow to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but you don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two luck...
Gav.
All right, then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy.
southern reaches of the... I'll go and scout the place out.
All right.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's.
You two, eh?
Fleece me.
In your own time.
I'll get us a good price. Is that one you want to worry?
Clive. The river's down the south end of the Valcroy.
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav? Sorry to keep you...
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best... Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dallin, but if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get.
Then let's get bagging.
We shall.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Kill! It's over!
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished? How much?
Enough.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for... Here... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time.
There was a lot to...
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the... Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy...
Only 'cause you keep sent.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough sup. We'd better get this lot back to Black...
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest.
Oh, after Blackthorn...
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
I got everything Blackthorn asked for.
All right, Clive. I gave all that...
Blackthorn.
Yeah. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with...
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting...
Give us a shout if you need...
What do you need? You still here? The plating will be... Back, are you? You still here? The plating will be ready when it's ready. All right.
He cracked the crystal too. Joking.
It's no joke. Drake's Fang is gone.
I went up to give some greens. The chocobo.
It hasn't been a usual summer.
Editors started reading books that don't have any paper.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn...
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be
salvage from the ruins. What?
Ah, but we don't have...
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should...
I'll show you the plan. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate... Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating in other words, this is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would...
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the... It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's...
I see. Then I said, would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there right away.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind. If you're ready, we leave at once.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Come on.
Yeah!
Thanks, Gal.
Oh, there you are, Sid. The, ruins are just over there.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. This one. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you.
All right.
See? It's a nice end.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just...
Right. Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, But those things will still be spitting out enough fire, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's... I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship... I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I've got all the details written. Can you take this to him?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I went up to give some greens to the...
Hippocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril? What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight. As you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to...
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, I shall speak to them and see if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients. I shall... The knowledge of the past may yet...
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do...
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in... So, Clive, who will accompany you?
Very well. So then, what do we...
I have taken the liberty of...
White chocobo. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little...
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rare. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence moon dews having fallen. Now, of course,
They can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
There's talk.
And what can I do for you? And a fine, fine day to you.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled. I won't have you
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the Humphrey?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst... Why don't we split up and see?
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nuts? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet... They sell everything here at the market.
You'll not find a bruised... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight. All anyone ever wants anymore.
How the hell is anyone so...
What do you want?
Go on. Take it. Thanks for nothing.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn... But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed. Just being here. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalind?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself?
There was, yes. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells... Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to... What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh!
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Welcome back. I hope you two...
Ah, Clive.
Welcome back. I hope...
How's work on the shielding?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Talia, and now that we have all the...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a...
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding? Its
work is underway.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is all... a shame. I was enjoying playing the man of... When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be followed by a rigorous process. Perhaps someone ought to...
Leave it to me. Thank you, Up. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I went up to give greens to the...
It hasn't been.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but you'll be pleased to know that work...
You found something for...
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that is supervising the construction and testing of...
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't...
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all to the black...
You know, when I got into the... I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not...
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. That's one down and just...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a...
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can be...
Good luck to them. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to... I want people to sail aboard her by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what...
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, sod our plans, I'm trusting in you.
Are you sure about...
Something tells me it's what my dad...
He'd be proud of you.
You,
I was.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Told me she... building a ship.
Really? Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Might need some help.
Well, here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's a lovely bit of kit, it is. But problem is, it won't always, which is why I've been looking for something to...
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like.
Proper...
So what exactly do you need?
Nothing but Bomac gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water through it. So, I did a bit of reading about... And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they...
I take it that's where
I saw a billet on the hunt board. Would have gone myself, but... Well...
All right.
Thank you,
told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with Torgor? You see what... Hopefully it's nothing. I got your note. You think something's wrong?
So you can read. I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not... He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he wants something like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on... You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems...
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different. Perhaps Hippocrates knows.
Instead of everything.
Lawsman, I need to ask...
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something...
I rather think she might be right. Though all canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit. If we assume that his newfound... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever...
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida. And
even so...
Good hunting, club.
Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take... I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass, perhaps sharing a thought?
That bastard's like a... Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give... He's just... well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck, you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse brick.
That's about a
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith be.
You're a soft touch, you know, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find...
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmecian bloke. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one. I reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the warning.
Is that the thing Tomes helped build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto, maybe. A little. Listen. I've some... And it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keep...
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you. You know, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a kind of, well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
We owe 3 of our most trusted...
Each. 5 million. Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must...
Those ledgers were my responsibility.
We have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's, but after the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on...
All right. But that doesn't mean you... Is there anything I can do to...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to...
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and...
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only get...
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No. I don't.
There's talk that the glass has finally spread to the world.
But that'd mean half of Oriflamme's under Aether.
After it.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc?
Milady.
Gifts? Oh, my.
Otto asked me to give it to settle the hideaway's debt and to...
I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does my contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you... I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrow. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them. Clive!
I wasn't expecting to be here. But it seems we still owe you and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
A star route is worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you...
Think of the difference as
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no... Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about that? Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always... And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. I reckon what he saw in... And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're... That, and...
Gob will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
Stay down! All yours, Torgal!
Now. Will it be enough, I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman nothing. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know you can take that with you. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
They're saying Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. You don't know for sure.
reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! Get up! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed.
Please, allow me. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's...
Radim! Get rid of the filth!
Very good. Would you mind stepping outside?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any...
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Look, he's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is...
Want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of...
Farewell.
All right.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignat. Nothing seems to be... All right.
I hear I have you to... What should I call you?
Wyvern.
A formidable... Well, Wyvern. Redeem here tells me you wished...
A few moments of your time.
You're a peculiar fellow.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword.
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here. It was made and is used exclusive, they believe. No combat should ever exceed a single... Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that there's a... brutal.
But how do they house it?
Why, they use wet stones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone. But it is the final stone, which a mineral, quite foreign. And that, Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly... Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far and afar more.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition whether I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel. But
are there many other?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths... Radim, we must...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, master. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Faster!
No need to ride from here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
This one. Get him.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I can walk from here.
Let's try.
rain is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly's that'll teach me for treating you like... All right, now we know what you're after. I can see about...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for...
I was just on my way to... Sorry for the wait, but hopefully
you learned something about...
I did better than that. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit might not be so bad if all you ever... Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how...
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of... But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down. I reckon we get a dozen swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. And that was... no point trying to copy that thing. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valesthian stick. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make some...
I'm sure the curse just...
No, you won't. I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I... Hey. Thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First, you come and find me when you...
Right.
Clive. So, will it be? That it? Fine. What do you need? So, what'll it be?
And?
Crack the crystal too? You should. Okay.
Ah, were you able to...
We were indeed, Lawsman. You put...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's...
About how she
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend served, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance of one can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen...
Ah. But she was just too stubborn to touch. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't saying I said...
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
Oh. What?
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for...
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And you're a gent. Right then. The Telemon Alembic.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
What kind?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the... Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen...
Well...
That's the spirit! Well?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No. For supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without you, we'd never... And I'm telling you.
I went up to give some breeze to the...
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you won't have... Would you prefer the debt was repaid?
What debt? I don't recall that. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaways, but those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go...
Of course not. But surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a...
Oh, so you're fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like... Where'd you even get this? A decent trade. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw. Might be I already. Might be you even know her. A fine continent. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be...
I hear you ended up thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what...
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seemed to have fun. How long did you know?
Before he died. Back in the day, I was a purser on it. He bought passage to... I forget where. We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back. Quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in and said the magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family wanted the monster taken up. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand. Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when... Him who cried for me. Him who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd... was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Told me she was building a ship.
Is that Good thing Tomes helped.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting. No excuses, nah.
Not quite. She said there was one final...
She said that?
She.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat. You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across. But anyway, I was on my... Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was...
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all it did?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, just like when we built...
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it?
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Sid. I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
It's over. This one.
So what do you think?
Really? Oh, aye. There's trouble.
I take it there's danger.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart.
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now,
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to let...
Well, if I'm going to have to...
You've clearly got a fight.
We're lucky now. Hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're...
All right.
Just... No. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be an...
Seems we've found ourselves...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will you be getting...
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong.
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so. What if we want his...
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. Enough of you, are there?
This one. Farewell.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrec.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through. Please.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Come on.
Not much further to Buckland.
Straight home now.
If we must.
Stay down! Go for it!
Get him! Orgel, kill! Over here!
Flawless, but at least we won.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Enough! Attack! Kill! Over here! Get up! Over here! Get him! You're finished! It's over!
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
What do you think, girl?